Welcome back. Okay, so this is going to be a video about making a thread bobbin sash for a Mad Hatter costume. If you've seen my previous videos about I think 2 shopping trips to Spirit Halloween, one was sort of a planning, getting ideas, what we wanted to do, and then the second one we actually went out and got what we needed. So one of those things, my husband is going to dress as the Mad Hatter. And this was sort of the base costume. The pants and the shoes are actually ones he already had. And let's see, let me just zoom out a little. There we go. All right, so this isn't exactly like the one in the movie. This is sort of like Spirit Halloween's version. So just to add that extra detail and make it a little bit more like the movie, I noticed that in the movie he has a sash that he wears across him of bobbins, and I actually have an image there. Let's see. Oops, there we go. So, and I looked at it, and it almost looks like that it is, they use maybe chains to hold it together, and they're all the same size. They're all like the small ones, or medium size. So this one's going to be a little different, and and you can see my thread rack is almost empty. So that's where I got them from. So it's things I already had, just to add that little extra detail. So I've watched a few videos on different variations of how people have done this. So this is sort of my variation, and I am kind of winging it here. So I've seen people attach them to belts, and then the belt portion goes on their back, and then all you see are the bobbins. I'm not sure if I'm just going to try and do enough bobbins to go all the way around, or if I can find something I can attach the similar way, and there will be something else in the back, and then just bobbins in the front, which does make more sense, so you don't have to do all the bobbins. But so I'm gonna start putting this together, and I'm gonna try and show you how I do that. It's very simple, actually. So let's see, and I'm not sure, I might try to do I don't know, it almost looks like, I don't know if those are keys or some kind of chains, but I don't think I have anything that'll work with that. Yeah, I might try to come up with some other ideas on like the bow here. Let's see. That's what the movie looks like, and then there is a bow here, it just looks smaller. And the hat, they have, it looks like a purple ribbon, and then a Ace of Spades card. So, actually it looks more like Ace of Mushrooms. So, okay, and then he's got that 10-6 number. And then knitting needles. Oh yeah, and a peacock feather there. I know I have a peacock feather around. If I can find that, I'll probably try to add that to it. Oh, and he's got, looks like a pincushion for a ring. Yeah, so some of this stuff I can probably do. He's got bandages on his fingers. I don't know if we'll go that far. But we'll see what other details I can add in. Okay, so, all right, so the first thing here, I'm just using regular worsted weight yarn. This doesn't need to be super elaborate. This is just a ball of yarn that was extra from my prior project. So I am stretching this out to the length. Okay, and then I gotta double it up. Okay, so because it's gonna go up both sides and then through each one, and then I'm going to do that a third time to be sure that I have enough, and then pray that I'm thinking that measurement out correctly. If I have a little extra, that doesn't hurt. I can always trim it. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right. So now I've got 2 needles here. All right, and I'm going to thread each end of the yarn, so both ends of the yarn, through the needle. Does not need to be perfect. Okay, just like this. There. So now I am stretching it out so I know where the middle of the yarn is. So, okay, so we have the 2 ends here, and then this is the middle. I wish I had something to clip. Maybe. I just want to know. I don't want to lose track of my middle. Otherwise, I might lose. So all I'm doing is I'm putting a pin needle right through the bottom. So when I start threading, I won't lose track of where my center is. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep each end of the thread on either side, so I try not to get those mixed up. All right, so here's my center, and here's one end and the other end on this side. Okay. All right, so, and then once I find the middle, then I think I'll take that pin out. All right, so, and some of these are quite vintage threads. Like this is some invisible thread, was literally 4 for $1 from I don't know when, 27 cents a piece. So, wow. That was a long time ago. All right, and that's invisible thread. That's the filament and stuff. So, okay, so I have to make my own hole here. Whoops. And of course, it goes through. Yeah, it'd probably be better if the needles were long enough that they could go through and you could reach them more easily, but okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take the pin out because now I don't want to pinch myself here. Let's see if I can somehow, maybe, I don't want to lose my place. So I'm going to put the pin through there to keep it from going too far inward the other way. All right, so now, and I'm hoping I'm doing this right. So I can't go back the other way. Okay, so if I put this end through the hole, then that's just going to make it so it won't. So it's just going to go right back out again. So I'm going to take this end and put it in this side. So now I'm working with the other end of the yarn. And luckily, I can just barely, these needles are just long enough that I can just barely grab them. Okay. There's, as it were, more like the first link. All right, so still trying to keep track of my different ends. So now this is the other end. I've grabbed that, and I'm going to push that one through, and that should close this up. Yes, definitely recommend longer needles. There we go. All right, I got it. It wasn't easy, but I got it. When you got that first one down, it's gotta slip too much. All right, so now holding one side and then pulling that one through. And now, all right, so I found a larger needle. So this should work much better. All right, so that's supposed to stay here. So now I'm just getting repositioned. Should not have any trouble with this one. All right, perfect. Oops, except the yarn almost falling out of it. That's an issue. So I think you get the idea. So it's sort of like a chain link all the way up. And I'm just pulling it snug each time now. I'll do one or two more because I got some small bobbins next. All right, let's see how this one does. Oh, some of them don't even have the holes yet on the other side because I had put them in the thread rack and I only needed the hole on one side. All right, so I might have to see if I have one more, like a carpet needle or something, or a needle point. There we go. Okay, so this is already coming up, shaping up pretty good here. All right, there's one. I'm going to move this needle because I don't want to poke myself by accident. All right, so here. All right, that worked. All right, so once you got the size needles down and everything, I think it works out pretty good. So now we're going to go from a large to a small. So also, if you notice, some of these were used, and so that they didn't, I don't want them to unravel when they shouldn't. I went through them, and anything that was hanging off threads and stuff, I just taped the ends down so that that didn't, you know, they don't start unraveling, and that would be an issue. All right, so all right, so again, just trying to keep the two ends separated, and then putting this one through. Great. Yeah, because some of these bobbins, they actually have the ends, the slit in the top, where you can just put the end in there and that'll hold it in place. And for the most part, those do work out pretty good. So I'm going to continue to do this off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what I end up with. Okay, so I thought I'd show doing this from a different angle. So here's the last one. So I'm putting them just right up against each other. Let's see. Like this. Pulling that through. I thought this would be good because it actually shows the length from each side. just barely comes through here. All right, and on to a small one. Oop, see, that's the problem. Somehow I managed to cross the sides. Okay, so this goes here. Okay. And perfect. All right, just gonna keep doing that. Okay, so all right, I did mention at the beginning of this video I am winging this, and I still have, I would say, about a third of the bobbins left to go that I had already had put out and lined up, and I definitely don't have enough yarn. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach probably another arm length, my arm length at least, because like I said before, I'd rather have too much than not enough. And I'm going to do that 2 times, and I'm going to attach them on the end here. And I think I'm going to use, I think this is called a surgeon's knot, but I've found in the past that when I do them, they really do hold well. And then I can pull and pull on that, and the only thing that would give on that is if I pulled so hard that it would just rip apart. So that gives me a lot more length, and I'm going to do that on both sides. So I would almost say, like, if you're trying to do this all at once, I would say probably like 6 or 7 times the length of your rows. I just didn't account for how much extra space that these links were going to take. And I think that's what threw me off. But like I said before, I'm kind of winging this and, you know, work with what I got and see what I come up with. So again, surgeon's knot, pull, and that's nice and tight. And I think I'll leave these on for now, but I'll trim them later on. Okay, so now rethread the needles. Okay, so I have put some extra ones on from beyond what I had, added the strings, and let's see, that is somewhere around here. So I've added this many, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this up here, and yep, okay, I think I have enough. So this is definitely going around my back, and I think on my husband it's going to go around even further. So I'm going to tie this off here. Of course, now I have extra string, but I'm going to leave that on there for now because I'm not sure how I'm going to attach these. So, okay. But to hold everything together, I am going to do another surgeon's knot. Okay, I'm going to get that needle off. All right, and then I'm going to through the loop one more time. Okay. All right, so that should hold pretty good now. Okay. All right. Everything is linked. Perfect. And of course, after Halloween, and we have a party, a Halloween dance, and I think 2 rag shag parades. So, and I'll see, maybe I'll see if I can, I'll wear the GoPro and maybe get a little bit of footage of some of that. Maybe at least the rag shags and stuff. And of course, probably a video of all of us in our costumes. Okay. So I guess that's it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed this. A very easy tutorial on how to make a Mad Hatter thread bobbin sash. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.